Did you know that over 50% of American adults over the age of 60 are deficient in magnesium? Many of you are smartly taking a supplement for it, but here's the frightening paradox researchers are now uncovering. The very vitamin D you're taking alongside it, if taken continuously without a plan, can actually worsen the symptoms of magnesium deficiency. It creates a cellular tug-of-war inside your body. This isn't just a theory, it's a biological reality that could explain why you still feel tired and anxious despite doing everything right. It's a trap that millions of well-meaning, health-conscious people fall into. You've been told these supplements are your ticket to strong bones, a sharp mind, and a healthy heart as you age. So, you take them. Every single day. You trust the process. But nobody told you that one of these isn't just a vitamin. It acts like a powerful hormone. And taking a hormone the same way, day in and day out, for years on end, without listening to your body's changing needs, is a recipe for silent problems. It's time to stop treating these supplements like forever pills and start using them intelligently. Today I'm going to pull back the curtain on the long-term use of vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium. We're not just going to talk about what they do, we're going to talk about how to take them for the rest of your life, safely and effectively. We'll expose the one you absolutely must cycle, the one you likely shouldn't, and the gentle giant that works quietly in the background. This isn't about fear, this is about empowerment. We're going to build your personal roadmap, and by the end of this video you will know more than most doctors about how to manage this critical trio. We'll rank them from the simplest to the most complex, saving the most important one for last. Supplement number 3, the unsung hero you can trust long-term, vitamin K2. Let's start with the quietest member of this trio, vitamin K2. If vitamin D is the boss that tells your body to absorb calcium, and calcium is the brick for building your bones, then vitamin K2 is the master traffic officer. Its primary job is to tell that calcium where to go. It shouts, "You, go to the bones and teeth," and "You, stay out of the arteries, the kidneys, and the soft tissues." Without this traffic cop, you get chaos. Calcium, absorbed thanks to your vitamin D, can end up hardening your arteries, contributing to plaque or forming kidney stones. This is why taking high-dose vitamin D without its partner K2 is one of the biggest mistakes I see. Now the crucial question, is it safe to take vitamin K2 every day, long-term? The overwhelming scientific consensus is yes. Unlike some other vitamins, K2 has no known toxicity level. Our modern diets, even the healthy ones, are notoriously deficient in K2, which is primarily found in fermented foods like natto and certain aged cheeses, as well as the fat of grass-fed animals. It's very difficult to get enough from food alone. For most people, a daily dose of around 90 to 200 micrograms UG of the MK7 form of K2 is considered a safe and effective maintenance dose for life. It works silently in the background, ensuring your calcium regulation system is functioning as it should. Think of it like a loyal security guard for your cardiovascular system. I remember a client of mine, Eleanor, a 75-year-old woman from Wisconsin. She was deeply worried about her bone density scan and had read about arterial calcification. She was diligently taking 4,000 IU of vitamin D and a calcium supplement every day, just as she was told. Yet, she felt a lingering anxiety that she was missing a piece of the puzzle. Her doctor never mentioned K2. We added just 100 mcg of K2 MK7 to her daily regimen. At her next checkup a year later, not only had her bone density markers stabilized, but her coronary calcium score had shown no progression. For Eleanor, K2 was the missing link that allowed her other supplements to finally do their jobs properly and safely. Now there is one critical non-negotiable exception, and please listen carefully. If you are taking a blood thinner, specifically a vitamin K antagonist like warfarin or Coumadin, you absolutely must coordinate with your doctor before adding or changing a K2 supplement. K2 can interfere with how these medications work, and your INR levels must be monitored closely. For everyone else, however, vitamin K2 is a steadfast, reliable partner for the long haul. You don't need to cycle it, you just need to take it consistently. So for K2, the verdict is clear, it's safe to keep. But what about the mineral that so many of us are lacking? the one responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. Supplement number 2, the non-negotiable mineral you shouldn't stop, magnesium. If there is one supplement on this list that I would say most people over 60 should not be cycling, it's magnesium. Stopping it often brings back the very problems you were trying to solve: the leg cramps, the heart flutters, the sleepless nights, the anxiety. Why is it so essential, and why are we so deficient? It starts in our soil. Decades of modern farming have depleted our soil of this critical mineral, meaning the vegetables we eat have less magnesium than they did 50 years ago. Then, add in our modern lifestyle. Chronic stress makes your body burn through magnesium like a car burns through gasoline on a long trip. A diet high in processed foods and sugar causes you to excrete magnesium through your urine. It's a perfect storm for deficiency. Remember that statistic? Over half of you watching are likely low. Unlike vitamin D, magnesium is water-soluble. Your body doesn't store large amounts of it for long periods. It takes what it needs for the day, and the kidneys excrete any excess. This is why a daily, consistent intake is so crucial. When you stop taking it, your body's reserves can quickly dip, and those deficiency symptoms can come roaring back. I worked with a gentleman named Robert, a 70-year-old retired teacher who was at his wit's end. He suffered from agonizing leg cramps that woke him up at 3 a.m. nearly every night. He also felt a constant low-level anxiety and occasional heart palpitations that his cardiologist could find no cause for. He had picked up a bottle of the cheapest magnesium he could find, magnesium oxide, and felt no difference, except for loose stools. This is where understanding the form of magnesium becomes life-changing. Magnesium oxide is poorly absorbed and mostly just irritates the bowel. We made a simple switch. I had him start taking 300 mg of magnesium glycinate about an hour before bed. The glycinate form is magnesium bound to the calming amino acid glycine. It's gentle on the stomach and incredibly effective at promoting relaxation and sleep. Within a week, Robert called me. For the first time in years, he had slept through the entire night, 3 nights in a row. His leg cramps were gone. The heart flutters had subsided. He felt a sense of calm he hadn't experienced in a decade. He asked me, "When should I stop taking this?" I told him, "For you, Robert, this is like drinking water. Don't stop. Your body has been thirsty for this for a very long time." His story illustrates the rule for magnesium. Don't cycle it, but do tailor it. The typical dose is between 200–400 milliliters of elemental magnesium per day. Magnesium glycinate is the superstar for sleep, anxiety, and relaxation. Take it in the evening. Magnesium malate is wonderful for muscle soreness and energy production, as malic acid is involved in your cell's energy cycles. It's best taken in the morning. Magnesium citrate is well absorbed but can have a laxative effect at higher doses. It can be a good choice for those with constipation, but some find it slightly stimulating, so it's better taken earlier in the day. The only major caution for long-term magnesium use is for individuals with advanced kidney disease. Because the kidneys regulate magnesium levels, supplementation must be carefully overseen by a physician in these cases. For everyone else with healthy kidneys, magnesium is a daily essential. Adjust the dose and form based on your diet, your stress levels, and your sleep quality, but don't stop it. And that brings us to the number 1 supplement on our list, the one that started this whole conversation, the powerhouse hormone that, when misused, can cause so much trouble, but when used strategically, can be one of the most powerful tools for healthy aging. Supplement number 1, the powerhouse hormone. You must monitor and cycle. Vitamin D3. Here's the single most important truth you need to understand. Vitamin D is not like other vitamins. It is a fat-soluble C-corticosteroid. In simpler terms, it acts like a hormone. It can affect the expression of thousands of your genes. And because it's fat-soluble, your body stores it for weeks, even months, in your fat tissue and liver. Taking the same high dose of a powerful hormone every single day, 365 days a year, for a decade, without ever checking your levels, is like driving a car with a blindfold on. At first, you might be fine, but eventually, you're going to run into problems. The goal with vitamin D is not to achieve the maximum possible level. The goal is to maintain an optimal level. Most functional medicine experts agree that a blood level measured as 25-hydroxy vitamin D or 25-OHD between 40 and 60 ng/ml is the sweet spot for most people. Below 30 is deficient. Above 80, and certainly above 100, can start to become problematic and potentially toxic over the long term. This is where the concept of supplement cycling, or strategic dosing, becomes absolutely critical for vitamin D3. Your needs are not static, they change. The amount of vitamin D you need is influenced by the season and your latitude. If you live in Boston, you need more in the bleak winter than in the sunny summer. If you live in Florida and get regular, safe sun exposure, your summer needs might be zero. Your skin tone. Melanin is a natural sunblock. Individuals with darker skin tones require more sun exposure to produce the same amount of vitamin D as those with lighter skin. Your age. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. Your diet and body weight. Since it's stored in fat, body composition can influence your levels. So, how do you do this intelligently? Step 1. Test, don't guess. The starting point for any vitamin D strategy is a simple blood test for your 25-OHD level. This is your baseline, your map. Step 2. Target, then maintain. If your level is low, say 25 ng/ml, you might take a higher dose like 5,000 IU/day for a few months to bring your level up into that optimal 40-60 ng/ml range. But once you're there, you don't stay on the high dose forever. You switch to a maintenance strategy. Step 3. Implement your maintenance strategy. This is where cycling comes in. Seasonal cycling. A common approach is to take 2,000-4,000 IU daily from roughly October to April, and then cut back to 1,000 IU or even 0 during the summer months when you're getting more sun. Dose reduction. If your blood levels are consistently in the high end of optimal, like 55-60 ml, you can simply lower your daily dose to a maintenance level of 1,000-2,000 IU. Alternate day dosing. Some pioneering researchers, like Dr. Reinhold Vieth, have shown that because of vitamin D's long half-life, alternate day or even twice-weekly dosing can be just as effective and may be gentler on the body's feedback loops. The strategic pause. If your levels ever test above 60 or 70 ng/ml, or if you start feeling off, it's wise to take a complete break. Pause your vitamin D for 2 to 4 weeks to allow your levels to drift back down, then resume at a much lower dose. Let me tell you about Carol, a 69-year-old client from Arizona. She was a snowbird, spending summers in the cool mountains and winters in the desert. She had heard that D3 was the miracle vitamin and had been taking 5,000 IU every single day year-round for 5 years straight. But instead of feeling vibrant, she was plagued by growing fatigue, muscle weakness, and stubborn constipation. Her doctor was stumped. Her blood work looked normal, but no one had ever checked her vitamin D level. When we finally did, it came back at 85 ng/ml, well into the range where problems can begin. This excessively high level of D was increasing her calcium absorption so much that it was likely causing hypercalcemia symptoms, constipation, fatigue, and was placing a massive demand on her magnesium stores, which connects us right back to our opening paradox. We immediately stopped her vitamin D. We focused on boosting her magnesium and potassium. After 1 month, we retested. Her D level had fallen to 58 ng/ml. She reported her constipation was gone and her energy was returning. We then created a new, intelligent plan for her. 2,000 IU, but only on days she wasn't getting significant sun, and a complete pause during her sunniest months. She felt like a new person. She wasn't deficient in the vitamin. She was overdosing on a flawed strategy. Your body is always talking to you. You just have to learn the language. With this trio, the warning signs that your balance is off can include growing fatigue despite taking supplements, GI changes. Constipation can be a sign of high D3O calcium. Diarrhea often points to the wrong form or dose of magnesium. Sleep disruption or new onset insomnia. Heart flutters or palpitations, which can signal an imbalance between calcium, magnesium, and potassium. A vague, off feeling, brain fog, or unusual irritability. If you feel any of these, don't just push through. It's your body's signal to press pause. Take a 1 to 2 week break from your D3 and see how you feel. Re-evaluate. Listen, your practical takeaway plan. Let's boil this all down into a simple, actionable summary. This is your new rule book for the big three. 1. Vitamin K2. Think of this as your long-term, trustworthy friend. For most people, taking 90-200 mcg of K2, MK7 daily is safe and highly beneficial for life. Just be sure to work with your doctor if you are on warfarin. 2. Magnesium. This is your daily, non-negotiable essential. Don't cycle it if your kidneys are healthy. Instead, choose a high bioavailability form, like glycinate or malate, and adjust your 200-400 mg dose based on your sleep, stress, and muscle needs. 3. Vitamin D3. This is the powerful hormone that demands your respect and attention. The mantra is test, target, and tailor. Work with your practitioner to find your optimal blood level and then use a strategic, cyclical approach based on the season, your sun exposure, and how you feel, and always pair your D3 with K2. The era of blindly taking the same pills every day is over. The future of supplementation is personal, dynamic, and intelligent. It's about forming a partnership with your body, not just forcing substances into it. I truly hope this has brought clarity to a very confusing topic. My goal is to give you the confidence to take control of your own health journey. You have the power to make these small, smart adjustments that can lead to profound changes in how you feel every single day. Now, I want to hear from you. What has been your experience with this trio? Have you ever felt off after long-term use? Have you tried supplement cycling? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the very thing someone else needs to read today.